Good? Yep. All right. Probably not the exact round you wanted out there, but you go into the final round tied for the lead. So, what was working out there for you today? Just kind of describe the round.
Yeah, no, the hit the irons a lot better today, especially on the front, and just made nothing. I know we've been talking the last 2 days about making everything, and that's kind of how it goes. A little regression today. I nothing too bad with the putter. I felt like I hit a lot of good putts. They just didn't drop, and so we'll clean that up a little bit. But not making a birdie until 13 is kind of on a course that everybody's going low and making birdies on. It's nice to get a couple early, kind of settle yourself down, feel like you have a little bit of wiggle room, and that didn't happen today. But making only pars isn't the end of the world either. So we stuck to our game plan, played pretty conservative off the tee, and I told Billy walking on the range, I was like, let's just give ourselves as many looks as possible the way we're putting it. So it's kind of ironic. After the round, he was like, well, you gave yourself a lot of looks, but you didn't make any of them. So I don't think I made a putt outside 3 feet all day. So if somebody had told me that, I wouldn't have expected 68. So very happy with it.
Just with where you've been injury-wise over the last couple of years, what does it mean to you now to be right in the thick of contention on a weekend?
I mean, I've worked really hard the last year, and a lot of my sponsors and friends and family, it's like haven't played well, but I've put in a lot of hours, probably more than I did before the injury, just because a lot of therapy, a lot of time in the gym, practicing, trying to get the feels back to what it felt like before, but the body's different, so it's kind of a new normal I've had to try and get used to. Not as much flexibility. Just looking at swing videos from now versus 2018 and 2019 and before, my body's just not moving like it did before. So trying to figure out how to get around that. But it's starting to click, starting to feel better. And so to be in the final group on Sunday is kind of where I want to be, and it's where I expect it to be. It's just I'm glad I'm here.
There's 17 people right now within 3 shots of the lead, so quite tight up top. How does that affect your mindset going into a final round when it's that bunched?
I mean, I wish there was none. I mean, I wish I had an 8-shot lead, but that's Vegas. That's just golf course. So it's going to take, I would imagine, 20 to 21 under tomorrow. So I'm going to have to go shoot 5-6 under to have a chance. Somebody could run out and get way ahead of that, but it'll probably be around 20. So the goal is just going to have a chance on the back nine, and whether I win or finish 20th, there's going to be a lot of positives from this week to build off of. I was thinking about that today when things weren't going well. It already feels like a win from putting, from some of the work we did on the swing this week. I'm excited to get back home next week and kind of build off this. That's kind of how golf works. So regardless what happens tomorrow, momentum's, I feel like I've already won momentum this week. And hopefully tomorrow, the putts drop.
You talked about a conservative approach today off the tee with such a packed leaderboard. Is that the same game plan tomorrow?
Yeah, just because for me to win tomorrow, it's going to be making putts. The way I'm swinging it right now, I'm not going to be. I don't see it changing from today to tomorrow to where I'm just flagging everything and feeling completely comfortable with my irons and wedges. So. But I also think that's the way to play this golf course. I've hit 3 drivers every day on the 3 par 5s. I haven't hit driver on any par 4 this week, but I've hit a lot of fairways with a 2-iron, and at elevation on a shorter course and firm, there's really no need to try and fit driver into these tight windows and be 40-50 yards. So I know I can make birdies from where I'm hitting 2-iron and 3-wood, and we'll just have to go make putts.
Does that change depending on the situation? If you make some early birdies,
there's really only 3 or 4 holes out there that I could hit driver on, and like I said, I feel just as good from 150 at elevation than I do from 80. So there's not a whole lot of reward to hit driver when the ball's going far. It's warm. The front 9 today I hit probably 6 or 7 iron shots inside 20 feet, 25 feet, and none of them went in. But no, I don't see us changing our game plan. We'll be aggressive on the par 5s like we were today on 16, going for it there, and But you can shoot 62 out here, being conservative off the tee. You know, you never make a birdie unless it's a drivable hole by hitting driver. It's hitting it close and making putts. So yeah, I'm going to stick to the same game plan regardless.
So we've talked to a lot of people this week about feeding off each other when you're in a good group.
Yeah.
Is the opposite true? Like today, after the third hole, when Cam made that triple, the banter ended, the talk ended.
Yeah, Cam's fun to play with. I've always enjoyed being around him and watching him hit it. So he was still great all day, even after that. But I was hoping. I heard him a couple times say it's one of those days. Like, I don't think he was hitting it that bad. He just got a couple bad breaks, one or two bad swings, and it compounded. He hit some great putts. So yeah, it's weird when you kind of want to cheer for your guys. You want to beat them, but you also want them to play well because you can feed off that positive energy. And we had none of it through 12 holes. I can't believe that. I mean, there wasn't a huge crowd, but I can't believe they stuck around to watch pars all day. So, but they were loyal, and we did make some birdies coming in, which helped. But no, it is nice when the guy in your group's making putts and hitting it nice, and you're not getting worn by slow play. So yeah, it's definitely nice when you can feed off your playing partner.
Yeah, thanks.
You got it. Thanks.